A.J. Brown out of that game. Eagles will be wearing their Kelly Green jerseys. Dusty wanted me to get that in so he can get some merch. Philly's rushing woes gotten worse.
Gotten worse?
Gotten worse, believe it or not. I know you're thinking, man, their woes were pretty bad. Well, they got worse. Fewest rushing yards per game this month. Eagles at 50. Now they're under 55. Worse than the Titans and the Raiders. Yikes. Is this a must-win game?
No shame in being worse than the Raiders. They're
for Philadelphia.
I think it is, bro. I think that even without A.J. Brown, who is, I know this was something that for you burned hot and fast, but a prime candidate.
For what?
A.J. Brown's hamstring.
Hey.
What's going on? I mean, it is.
How'd you miss
I mean,
that?
a prime candidate, KW.
Hey.
It's a weird one.
Hey.
Out
of nowhere.
Because the weird, let me just address that real quick, I guess. Tell me if I have this right. They played Sunday, obviously. Monday, you go to the facility, but you're not practicing. You're watching film or lifting weights or whatever. Tuesday's day off. Wednesday, he did not practice. So there was no practice between the game and when he missed practice. So he hurt his hamstring in the game, but I watched him in the game, and he was awesome.
Late in the game.
Late in the game, he caught
things like this.
Okay, so that's what I'm asking.
Where after the game, something you didn't feel?
Well, you play through, or if it happens late, you finish the game or whatever. But again, we don't see exactly when it happens. Maybe he'll speak to it, maybe he won't.
The only part of that timeline that I left out was the very ominous, odd Instagram post. So this is why
you don't want an Instagram post hamstring injury platter.
This is why brilliant television mind Kevin Wildes invented. Hey, what's going on? I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying, hey, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on?
With that said, Brew, you can't get swept by the Giants. And the Saquon stuff, Wild showed one graphic, I'll show another. It is jarring and concerning, and you guys know my opinion is I don't think it's going to get substantially better than this the rest of this season. Not the rest of his career, but the rest of this season. If it is going to get better,
yes,
it has to be this week.
Yes.
Where now you don't have A.J. Brown, and it's a revenge spot against the Giants. And so a team that you annihilated last year. So, yeah, I think it's a must-win.
I do agree it's a must-win. Like you said, you can't get swept by a 2-win team in your division, all right? And so that's number one. And then I've gotten big on the schedules lately. So let's look at the schedule. Look, you got Green Bay, Detroit, Dallas. I mean, the Bears are no slouch now. The Chargers, the Bills, and the Commanders. I mean, at that point in the season, at least week 16, they may be fighting for a wild card spot or something. So you cannot lose a clear game you should win when you've got some of the best teams in the conference coming up. So, and then obviously in the league with the Bills. So, yeah, this is a must-win. I think, and I'm followed your reasoning on AJ. I don't think it'd be the worst thing for them to go out there and cook without AJ.
There we go.
I'm not saying you want to trade him. I'm just saying, give him something to think about.
That's where I'm at. It is a must-win for all those reasons. But when you listen to when Jalen Hurts was asked about the Instagram post and his response, my singular focus is the collective.
Yeah.
If your singular focus is the collective, and the collective, minus A.J. Brown, goes out there after we see this using me, not using me, or using me, however it was phrased, and you actually execute at a high level, that sends a message not only to the collective, but even those who aren't always so collective within the collective, and that being A.J. Brown. Like, we all know how great of a player he is, but sometimes as a leader on this team, and I believe that Jalen Hurts is the alpha, is the leader on this team, you have to send a message. Like, it's not just solely about you. We want to get you involved. You will be involved. Should you be involved more? Possibly. But we can still go out here and we can go out here and play at a high level offensively and in the pass game, even when you're not available. I think that's important.
Can I ask you a question? Kind of off A.J. Brown. We don't really want to make him a story because he's not going to play this game, but he kind of is. The last 2 games, A.J. Brown, 10 catches on 15 targets, 201 yards and 2 touchdowns. And we're like, maybe he's not getting, like, is that a satisfactory?
Well, yes, but wasn't it? I mean, what in the last game?
He had 2 against the Vikings.
Right. So but
he still had 6 catches for 80 yards against the Giants. It wasn't, it was a loss, but he was still getting targeted. I don't know. It's not like
he's why you don't need to be tweeting or Instagram posting using me, but not using me.
I'd like to see Saquon get going. He had a comment of like, we're winning. It's not how I want it to look. But he specifically said it's not the 2,000 yards. He's like, I hate that narrative. It's on me. Do you buy that, or at least he's addressing it? It's like it's not. I can still do it.
I don't buy that. I think it is. I think everything that happened last year has led to this year, and this is not supposed to. I hope this doesn't read as like a super harsh criticism because it isn't meant to be. Because I think it's totally natural. But like Saquon going into last season had the team that drafted him basically be like, after you had an opportunity to sign him to a contract, didn't franchise tag him, and then lets him walk to a divisional rival. He has that extra motivation, and then also has the best offensive line he's ever had. I would imagine, peak motivated, gets the extra boost of, holy crap, this is what it's like playing for a good team. This is what it's like being on a winning streak. All of that working for him. Has one of the greatest years in NFL history. Then this offseason, he is more marketable than ever, has more stuff going on than ever. I don't know how much you guys listen to NFL radio. He's in a bunch of like audio commercials. He's like, I'm the shushing champion and the rushing champion. They got all that, and the 480 touches, and you get paid again, and you're the champion. So it's all of that stuff. You're a little beat up. You have a little less of a chip on your shoulder. The offensive line's not quite as good. All of that is in a stew that has led to this. Like, I think he then bounces back. I just don't think it's going to be this season.
Quickly before we get to upset alert, and Greg, I want your take on this. I want this game, as like the Jalen Hurts guy, to be an attitude game.
What does that mean?
We're the champs. Don't go high-fiving the refs. Don't go do your little dance in our end zone. Don't rip your shirt off with Ryan Fitzpatrick post-game. Like, this has to be a game where the Eagles look like the world champions and the Giants look like a rebuilding team. And I think there will be a real test of the aura in the Giants that after a heartbreaking loss in Denver, will they just fold if the Giants really, if the Eagles like really just control the game?
Yeah, it'll be interesting. And I said this earlier in the week. Like, that team embarrassed you and made you quit.
Yep.
Yeah.
They made them quit 2 weeks ago. They made that team quit. Now, again, you're getting reinforcement back defensively, especially on your defensive line, which is important. But now when that's happened to you, my sole focus is I want to make you quit.
Okay. Well, right now, it's time for the hottest segment in all of sports. It's Upset Alert. Before we get to the picks, I guess we have to do some housekeeping, as we say.
We should.
Are we doing the rules or the
I'll
updates
take it.
first?
So here's the standings. And what you'll notice is Brew made a pick. It lost. It lost with honor. I agreed with the pick, Brew. I apologize that you lost. Wildes, you're going to see, has 2 picks. Now, what's noteworthy about those 2 picks is New Orleans lost, didn't cover. The Giants did cover. You see he has 0 points. Coach also had the Giants. They did cover. He has 0 points. He had Tampa. They lost by more than that. They got 0 points because they tried to do some funny money of like, hey, I'm doing a 2-pick parlay double, which I thought we were past this, Greg. Yeah. But when you review the Upset Alert rules and regulations, you will notice there is nothing in there about parlays. There is nothing in there about extra picks. There is nothing in there. And you know why? Because it was always known that it is a singular pick environment.
I didn't know that.
You did know that, which is
There's
why
nothing
you
in there
said
against it.
before. Well, it also says it doesn't say in there you're not allowed to have a rhinoceros make your picks for you. It's assumed.
Fair.
So I don't want to have to go to this, and I also don't want to have to dock anyone points.
Okay.
Can you commit that this was a one-time error that then cost Coach? Coach was going to get a point. Coach had his pick in and then added in Tampa because he's jumping off the bridge. I'll jump off with him.
You're the leader of the show.
I do think, Nick, that Wildes should be docked a point
Oh.
for taking away a point from Coach. I mean, that's what happened.
And Greg, for that matter.
Yeah.
I can't make that commitment to you right now.
That you're never going to do it again?
I can't make
You
it.
gonna do
Are
it
you
again
going to do
today?
it today?
I am not doing it today unless something piques my interest.
Oh,
someone
my
else
goodness.
I mean, what I actually did was piggybacked on Coach's thing.
Yeah, but that's not
Yeah,
fair.
but-
Coach did all the research. Coach had all the smarts. Coach put in all the
I
work.
always say, defense wins championship. I
What does that have
prevented
to do with anything?
because
Yes.
I was like a fullback clearing the way for Brew.
What does that have to do with defense?
Because I was playing defense to make sure Coach didn't get a point.
Okay, go ahead, Greg.
Okay.
right.
Okay. I get it.
Well, we're gonna do it the right way this
Thanks,
week.
Greg.
Straight up, coming off a bye,
This is a bizarre one.
the Buffalo Bills.
Love it. I love this.
I got the Carolina
I
Panthers.
love,
love it.
I
This
love
is
it
on the
too,
board.
because
Who
it
is
ain't
that?
got no chance of happening.
What is it?
You guys see?
What?
That's exact. You see how you guys got distracted?
Yeah.
Can I get the Buffalo Bills schedule,
Oh,
please?
look ahead
Oh, got
to
me.
the Chiefs. Oh,
You
I
see
do
who they
like-
play next?
Yeah, I do like that, Greg.
Even coming off the bye, we peaking like, man, dude. You know,
Love it.
I've been in these situations. Coming off the bye, you got extra time to practice. You know what? You look kind of see who you got next. See if you can get a jump on that team. Oh yeah, you practice some plays just for the Chiefs. You saw some of their defenses. You put those in. You're looking ahead, and guess who's not going to look ahead? Those Carolina Panthers, because they've been pretty good. Now, when you look at the Buffalo Bills defense, they have struggled. I mean, when I say struggle, the stats don't lie. Last in opponent's yards per rush, rush yards per game, 30, and look at that bottom look Panthers, 193.3 rush yards in the last three games. They're even better at home, Brew. 3-0 record at home.
I love this.
Averaging 29 points a game. Their rush yards are even more impressive at home. Most in the NFL. And guess who just might play? That gives me a little bit more of excitement.
Oh.
I'm not gonna lie.
Andy.
Andy Dalton might
I think he's
play.
definitely playing.
Yeah.
Is it?
He might play. And you know what will be happening if the upset bells are ringing and chirping?
What?
It's gonna be like this. Sweet Carolina. Good times never felt so
Who
good.
sings that?
I've been
I think
inclined
we're going to get in trouble, Greg. I don't
to
think we're-
believe in you, and I never thought I would. Carolina Panthers with the upset alert. Let's go.
Who
Excellent.
sang that?
It cost us $15,000.
Don't worry about it.
I think Journey, right?
No,
No,
I
it
think
wasn't Journey.
I'm supposed to
I
know.
don't think it
It's
was
like a big-
Journey. I have no
Oh.
idea. It wasn't
I just
Journey.
what's the? I'm sorry.
Neil Diamond.
Diamond, that's
Was it
right.
Neil
Yes,
Diamond?
yes, Neil
Let's
Diamond.
keep it that way.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
see,
why.
He's
You
used
did
it.
all that
He's
just
used that one.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
It hurts my feelings.
I like his pick too, because it ain't got no chance of happening, all right? And this is where I make my move. I said it earlier.
Okay.
Dallas.
Oh.
I don't often ride with the Cowboys. In fact, I may have never ridden with the Cowboys on an upset alert.
at this.
But Denver has been living dangerously.
You think?
Yes, absolutely, Nick. Look,
Who's Rick?
the Jets, if the Jets had, I'm not even going to insult Justin Fields, if they had any offense, they would have beat them.
Yep.
They lost 13-11. All right? Last week, I mean, my goodness, it took a historic comeback and collapse for them to beat the freaking Giants with a rookie quarterback. All right? So Denver is due for, they won 4 straight. Do we really think they're that good? Where they're
Here we
going to
go
go on
with the
5
due
and
for
6,
loss.
5 and 6 in game win
I like it
streaks?
this
I don't think they're that good.
I agree.
And Dallas is cooking, and like I said, they have extra motivation. because Javonte Williams is back as a homecoming, back in Denver. They released you. They thought you were done. Cowboys. You can give me the points now.
Well, I don't think that's.
I mean, we shouldn't, but I understand what his point is.
He agrees
Well,
with
you must have them in your.
I'm just.
But we'll wait.
It's a savvy pick.
I'm going the
Thank
full
you.
way today. It's time for the Puxatawny Phil of football
Let's go.
to make his upset alert pick. Why do they call you Puxatawny Phil of football? It's because you live in a log covered with fur and you eat like this? No. It's because I can.
Why did you add?
I'm trying not to.
Why did you add? Why did you add that?
Honestly, I didn't. When I eat alfalfa, that is how it is. It's up.
You had to just wing that. That came to you right there.
It's upset alert. Okay.
No, he planned it. He was in the mirror for 10 minutes seeing how it looked.
Here we go. Don't. This is a new catchphrase. Don't underestimate all-time legends. It's a pretty basic. Is there an all-time legend playing in this game, in a game that really means a lot to them? They're probably going to do well. Oh, remember that game that meant a lot to Tom Brady where he absolutely stunk? I don't. Hey, remember when you wanted Tiger Woods to show up and he just, hit the ball into the woods? Nope, I don't remember that either. Not at all.
I remember.
Aaron Rodgers is old. Yes, he doesn't spin it like he used to. I get it. He's got one totally healthy Achilles and one that's almost healthy. Nevertheless, the guy is a legend. And this game means a lot. No, I love the Packers. I'm going to retire in the Packers. I like Jordan Love. Dude, you got fired from the Packers. Not a big deal. You got fired from the Packers. You had to spend 2 years with the Jets that you didn't like. And you're an all-time legend. Don't underestimate all-time legends. I know the yards aren't great.
Yeah.
But recently, and I don't have a cute catchphrase, maybe I will put it on the podcast. Last 2 games, he's been throwing it a little bit deeper.
A lot deeper.
And more often.
Yeah.
So now he's up to 242, air yards per attempt from 5 to 8, and percentage of time he threw deep went from 5% to 14%. That's pretty good. Passer rating, really good. 2 pass touchdowns a game. Look at this list. Wow. Rodgers, Mahomes, Lamar, everybody's All-American, Dak and Goff. I don't think if I was just like name guys who are having good years, you would be like, oh, Aaron Rodgers. This is also like a sneaky MVP case. And finally, all the Packers, Micah Parsons, this defense, da-da-da-da-da-da. You tell me. These are how quarterbacks have fared against the Packers in the last 3 games. Dak, you want to say, oh, it's just the Dallas defense, the Dallas offense, it's prolific. It was 40-40 tie, a strange game. Okay, why did Flacco dice them up?
I don't know if I would call that dicing.
219
They gave
yards.
too much to Flacco.
Yeah, in his first game.
He has great receivers.
Yeah.
Two of
Something.
the best receivers.
Something.
All right, how about Jacoby Brissett? 280? Something.
Yeah, something.
All-time legend, throwing the ball a little bit more, got something to prove against a Packers defense that's overrated. Epic Aaron Rodgers game incoming.
Time now.
Second hottest segment in all sports.
Right now, it's not that hot.
Oh.
We got to rally, boys. Well, okay, well, hot.
We're back.
Can we show last week? Last
Just
week.
TV, don't get
I was
stressed
just
out.
there. It is. Bad. It was bad. It was bad. The Giants was a good pick. That was obvious.
The other 2
The Titans were up 10-3 after the first quarter. I'm catching 7, and Cam Ward, who Wildes told me was going to be in the playoffs,
Not against
drops
the
ball.
Patriots in Mike Vrabel revenge game, obviously.
You know how I knew the Jets were? I was in trouble on that, bro.
Wow.
The Panthers scored a touchdown to go up 10-3 in the second quarter. And I turned to Deanna, my youngest, who was watching with me. I said, I just lost my bet. She said, why? I was like, there's no way the Jets are scoring a touchdown. And I saw Justin Fields go out of the game, and I was like, maybe they'll score a touchdown. Sorry, Justin, I know it's been a tough week, but it's what I said. But Tyrod then threw to the other team. But still, 10-11, scuttling, not a disaster.
Pendulum swings back the other way.
We need a 3-0 week. We've been searching for it all year. A bunch of 2-1 and 1-2s, no 0-3s, no 3-0. 3-0 right now. Starting with fading a team that hates each other, the Miami Dolphins. We will lay the 7.5 with that Falcons defense, with Bijan Robinson running against that Miami non-existent run defense. Falcons, top 3 in the league pass defense against Tua, whose coach, by his own admittance, would just be happy if he threw 7 interceptions, just not 10. And Tua, 9 even.
Sure.
And Tua, who is just like, hey, guys, I don't even know this about me. I'm not that tall. I have a hard time seeing receivers. I don't totally understand any of this, but it's what he's doing. Also, battle of 2 lefties doesn't involve anything to do with the pick, just interesting.
You saw Penix. Questionable, is it?
Well, I'll be totally honest with you.
Kirk Cousins.
I might prefer if Penix doesn't play. But either way, I'll lay the 7.5. Wow. Next, sorry, KW, we're going against each other.
Oh.
Packers laying 3.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it. Laying points against Mike Tomlin and when he's at home is typically not a winning strategy. However, I think Micah Parsons is going to be the legend that has the biggest impact in this game. I understand he's not quite legendary yet, but he will be at some point. I also think Green Bay knows that Pittsburgh wants to get the ball out of Aaron's hands quickly. I think they'll have a plan for it, and I think Matt LaFleur has had this game circled for 6 months to try to dice up a Steelers defense that is probably not as good as he anticipated it would be. And then last but not least, Brew. Cowboys outright plus 3.5 against the Packers. Greg was right. I am going to point out they're going to score 20 points. When the Broncos give up 20 points, they don't win games. I also think that the Broncos playing this level of just anemic offense through 3 quarters has to catch up with them at some point. I think the Cowboys are going to be able to score at least 27.
I like this.
Certainly to cover, and I think they can win outright. So, 3 picks, laying 7.5 with Atlanta, laying 3 with Green Bay, getting 3.5 with Dallas, and in light of Wildes breaking the rules last week, this won't count for the standings, but I'm making a bonus pick as well.
Wow.
George Springer, World Series MVP at 11-1.
Oh my goodness.
After being the hero in Game 7, a World Series MVP before.
Wow.
George Springer, World Series MVP, which probably gives you an idea of who I think is going to win the World Series.
I like that. Want to hear a factoid to break?
Yeah.
Packers haven't won in Pittsburgh since 1970.
Can I tell you
Bart
what?
Starr outplayed rookie Terry Bradshaw.
Can I tell you something about that? They play in Pittsburgh once every 8 years.
Well, it's still 1970. That's me eating my alfalfa.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.